Peace family, it's your brother Larry, and as a 2-year iPad Pro user, I realized that some of y'all will be grabbing y'all first iPad Pros in the year 2022. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk y'all through some of my favorite setups, be it your keyboards, your cases, and just your mounting displays, so you can make the best choice. I'm gonna walk y'all through some pros and cons, and hopefully it helps y'all out, so let's get into it. All right, family, so the first option is actually going to be a combination of the WixGear aluminum stand and the black laptop case from Urban Armor Gear. Now, the reason I like this stand so much is it has an all aluminum build. It's really sturdy. This thing isn't going anywhere if you buy it. It retails for about $30, and you can use it as a stand for not only your iPad, but your iPhones if you want to, watch some media while you're in the kitchen cooking, or if you want to read through some emails or read a book just hanging around. It also, you can push it down, push down hard on the hinge, and it actually doubles in case you want to use it as like a stand for drawing. So it almost like gives you like a drafting table kind of angle. And that's really good for people that draw, as you do know, because when you draw for prolonged periods of time, now you have stress on your neck and stress on your lower back. So it helps to relieve that stress. Now the problem we have here is a great stand, but it doesn't offer you any protection. And we want these devices protected. We're spending between $1,200 and $2,200 on this machine, so we gotta keep it protected. That's where the case comes in. It's a 13-inch laptop case actually, and it's really sturdy. And you can just slip your 12.9-inch iPad Pro into the comfortable spot at the bottom, but it also has mesh at the top so you can slide in your hard drives, your thumb drives, your Apple Pencil. So yeah, both of these guys together is gonna run you about $100, maybe about $120 in taxes. It's a pretty good option, one of the cheaper options, but I mean, it's not the only option. So let's go ahead and get into the second one. All right, so for a lot of us, the second option is going to be the default option, the Magic Keyboard case from Apple that goes with the iPad Pro, because a lot of us want to make it into this like pseudo laptop. And trust me, I used it for 2 years. When I say pseudo, I mean pseudo. It's not a laptop. But the keyboard is excellent, the trackpad is excellent, and the way that it integrates with the Magic Keyboard is like no other keyboard you're gonna get. If you think that you want to type, if you are comfortable typing, you have to get the Magic Keyboard. Even though it's $300, it's ridiculous, I know, but there's nothing else like it right now that's gonna go with your iPad Pro. Now, getting into the cons of the Apple keyboard case, there's only really two, I would say. The first one is that when the 2021 model came out, it did not cross-integrate with the 2020 iPad Pros and vice versa. So you would hope that if you bought a $300 keyboard, that when you bought the next iPad Pro and the next one, you'd be able to continue using it. And it didn't happen when the 2021 came out. It upset a lot of the iPad Pro community. And then I'm sure they complained to Apple. Maybe Apple's fixed it by now, but I would definitely inquire about that if you're looking to buy a $300 keyboard. My second issue, and this is one of the only ones that kind of bothers me as an artist, is that even though it has a great hinge and it has a USB-C port at the bottom of the keyboard, which will allow you to free up your iPad Pro's USB-C port for something like a hard drive, which is awesome. It offers 2 viewing angles that are great for viewing only. You cannot draw on this thing at all. It's a waste of time to try it. If you're an artist or you want to use a program like Procreate, Photoshop, Affinity, or any of the other great programs that people use for digital art on the iPad Pro, you're going to have to sit it flat on the table and do your business like that. So that's going to put a stress on your back, stress on your neck over a period of time. So for artists, I would suggest a third option. Now, if you're not an artist, this is still where you want to be. I would suggest getting the Apple keyboard. But let's go into number 3. All right, so the third and final option is gonna be this protector case by a brand called Zugu. I was first introduced to the Zugu brand by buying my son a case for his iPad. He has a regular 10-inch iPad, and I was just blown away by the build quality of the case. Not only was it very sturdy, but my favorite thing about it was there's this magnetic system they have on the back of the case that will allow you to angle it in 10 different angles. So if you wanted to just watch multimedia, read emails or read a book on it, you can set it almost straight up. But if you did want to draw, you can angle it at 10 different angles to fit your needs, almost like a drafting table, and that's excellent for any artist. That's really what you want as an artist. It kind of takes the strain off of your back, the strain off your neck during long, hours of working. Now, also, if you're an iPad user and you're going to be drawing, you're going to have an Apple Pencil. So they have a little compartment in the back for you to store your Apple Pencil. And also on top of that, you can set your Apple Pencil on the top. They have this little cove set out for it, so it'll charge your Apple Pencil while you are, not working. So all in all, I really have no cons for this case outside of the fact that it's not a keyboard. So if you do really need a keyboard, if you're looking to do spreadsheets or type for long periods of time, you might want to get another case. But if typing isn't the biggest deal on it, you don't mind using the on-screen keyboard, I would definitely 100% for any artist recommend the Zoogle case. All right, family, I appreciate y'all dropping by as always. That's my 3 favorite cases I've used over the 2 years that I've had my iPad Pro. I know there's a lot of different cases, a lot of different setups. Let me know what your favorite setup is. Let me know what you'll recommend for people in the comments section. And until next time, man, I appreciate y'all. That's your brother Larry. Y'all got it.